Good morning friends, I welcome you all to my YouTube channel. So we know that we were discussing the JEE concepts. So here we will be discussing the JEE concepts, as you all know those things, right? So and what were we discussing? We were discussing about matrices and determinants. We have cleared many concepts, right, and shortcuts also, right? So now we were up to solving the problems related to a JEE and other competitive board exams, right? So let's continue our session with some more problems. Okay, so what is this problem is, if alpha, beta, gamma and minus alpha is the square root of two road unit matrix. So they are telling that this given matrix is a square root of two road unit matrix, right? So what is two road unit matrix? Any matrix which is having two row, the unit matrix which is having two row, right? And we all know that unit matrix is a square matrix. So if our unit matrix, if it is having two rows, then definitely it should have two columns, right? So two row, two column, that is our unit matrix, right? What will be the order then? 2 cross 2 or second order or order 2. Okay, so our unit matrix is of order 2, right? Then how will be that matrix? 1 0 0 1. This will be that particular matrix. What they are saying here is, this given matrix is square root of this matrix. This given matrix is square root of this matrix. What is the relation? This is square root of this particular matrix. Now assume that 2 is we know that 2 is a square root of 4, right? 2 is a square root of 4, right? If I multiply 2 times, 2 into 2, I will get the 4. 3 is the square root of 9. 3 multiplied twice, I will get 9. Right? 4 is the square root of 16. 4 multiplied twice, I will get 16. This given matrix is square root of this particular matrix. This matrix is square root of this particular matrix. If I multiply this twice, 2 times, I will get this particular matrix. Right? So now, let us see. So this can be written as alpha, beta, gamma minus alpha. If I multiply it 2 times, alpha, beta, gamma minus alpha, I will get what? Two road unit matrix or two road identity matrix, right? So now if I applying matrix multiplication, alpha into alpha, alpha square, beta into alpha, sorry, beta into gamma, beta gamma, right? Alpha into beta, alpha beta, beta into alpha, this is minus alpha beta, gamma into alpha, alpha gamma minus alpha gamma, then beta into gamma, that is beta gamma, okay, then minus into minus plus alpha square is equal to what? 1 0 0 1. Okay, so this things cancels. What remains here is alpha square plus beta gamma 0 0 alpha square plus beta gamma, that is equal to 1 0 0 1, right? So now when you observe this alpha square plus beta gamma, when these two matrices are equal, when will be two matrices are equal? When their corresponding elements are equal. So when these two matrices are equal, their corresponding elements must be equal. Okay, so what will be that one? Alpha square plus beta gamma will be equal to 1. Here if you take, here also same thing you will get, alpha square plus beta gamma as equal to 1. So only one equation is sufficient. So if I shift it here, alpha square plus beta gamma minus 1 equals 0. This will be our required thing. So which is that one? Alpha square plus beta gamma minus 1 is equal to 0. Option B. This is how that answer you have to calculate, right? So I hope you have understood this one. Now pause the video, take a moment, have a look at this and make a note of it. Friends, I hope you have understood that previous problem. So let's proceed with the next one. Okay. So here, what they have given, if alpha, beta and gamma are three real roots, are three real numbers, not roots. If alpha, beta and gamma are three real numbers and A is this particular matrix 3 cross 3, then which of the following is not true? So options are given. Okay. Option A is a singular matrix. Okay, so let's remove this one. A is a singular matrix. Option B, A is a symmetric matrix. Right, A is a symmetric matrix. Third one, A is orthogonal. A is orthogonal matrix. D, A is not invertible. Okay, A is not invertible. So have a look at this question. Okay, so let's continue with this. Coming to this question, alpha, beta and gamma are three real numbers. A is a given matrix, then out of which is not true. Coming to this, one you leave it. First one, a singular matrix they are saying. So by seeing this, some of the options can be identified. What is that? See, here I am having cos of alpha minus beta. Here I am having cos of beta minus alpha. Here I am having cos of alpha minus gamma. Here I am having cos of gamma minus alpha. Here it is cos of beta minus gamma. Here it is gamma minus beta. So these are the form of A minus B, cos of A minus B. And you should remember cos of A minus B is equal to cos of B minus A. Okay, cos of A minus B is equal to cos of B minus A. Why? Because what is cos A minus cos of A minus B? Cos A cos B minus sin A sin B. This is cos B cos A minus sin B sin A. Both are one and the same, right? So here cos of beta minus alpha can be replaced by cos of alpha minus beta. Here gamma minus alpha can be replaced by alpha minus gamma. Here gamma minus beta can be replaced by beta minus gamma. So when you replace it and you check, right? So this will be equal to this will be equal to this, and this will be equal to this. Aij will be equal to Aji. So it is definitely a symmetric matrix. So this A is symmetric matrix. That is option B is true. Option B is true. Okay. This is a symmetric matrix. There is no need to calculate that one. What they have asked which is not true. Okay. Coming to singular matrix. What is a singular matrix and what is a non-singular matrix? A non-singular matrix is a matrix whose determinant value is not equal to 0. If the determinant value is equal to 0, then it is singular matrix. For that we have to check. This A can be written as cos alpha, cos beta, 0, sorry, cos gamma, right? Sin alpha, sin beta, sin gamma, 0, 0, 0 into cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma, sin alpha, sin beta, sin gamma 0 0 0. If I multiply, I should get back this matrix. Check it. Cos alpha into cos alpha, cos square alpha, sin alpha into sin alpha, sin square alpha, 0 into 0 is 0. So here what I get? At the A11 position, cos square alpha plus sin square alpha, which is nothing but equal to 1. Now let's check second one, right? Cos alpha into cos beta, right? Then plus sin alpha into sin beta, 0 into 0 is 0. So A12 what I get? Cos alpha into cos beta plus sin alpha into sin beta. Cos alpha into cos beta plus sin alpha into sin beta. So that is what? Cos of alpha minus beta. Last one you check, cos alpha into cos gamma plus sin alpha into sin gamma. So that is cos of alpha minus gamma. Right. Similarly here, cos beta into cos alpha plus sin beta into sin alpha. That is cos of beta minus alpha. Cos beta into cos beta, cos square beta plus sin beta into sin beta, sin square beta. So cos square beta plus sin square beta is 1. Right. So remaining you leave it. Then here, cos beta into cos gamma minus plus sin beta into sin gamma. That is cos of beta minus gamma. So you get cos of beta minus gamma. And here, cos gamma into cos alpha plus sin gamma into sin alpha. That is cos of gamma minus alpha. Right. And cos alpha into cos beta plus sin alpha into sin beta. That is cos of gamma minus beta. Right. And at the last, cos gamma into cos gamma, cos square gamma plus sin gamma into sin gamma is sin square gamma. So cos square gamma plus sin square gamma is 1. So if you multiply this, once again you get back the same matrix. So this can be written as product of these two matrices. Okay. So now let's check. Right. So the determinant of this should not be equal to 0. So what is the determinant value? Definitely. Now check it whether, right, whether the transpose of this A into A transpose, whether is it equal to 0, right? So what is first one? It should be it is a singular matrix. Singular matrix means the determinant value should be equal to 0, right? Singular means determinant is equal to 0, right? So if I calculate determinant of this as whole row is 0, determinant of this will be 0. If I calculate determinant of this, whole row is 0, determinant of this will be 0. 0 into 0 is what? 0. So the determinant of this particular matrix is 0. Determinant of this particular matrix will be 0. Once the determinant of this particular matrix is 0, it is a singular matrix. Determinant A is equal to 0. So this is true. It is a singular matrix. So A is a singular matrix is true. A is symmetric matrix, that is also true. Now we need to check. A is not invertible there again. A is not invertible. For that what you should check, A into A transpose should be equal to A transpose into A should be equal to I. Right? So whether A into A transpose, is it going to give you I? Okay. See here. 1. What will be this one? A into A transpose, row into column. A transpose is what? The same thing will be expressed in form of transpose of this will be row will be converted into column. So this first column will become first row, right? Then second column will become second row. Third column will become third row, right? So this, if you take A into A transpose, that will not be equal to I. You can check it. You can try. A into A transpose is not equal to I. Is not equal to I. A into A transpose is never equal to I. When A into A transpose is never equal to I, then what happens? It is not invertible. This is also true. Then which is false, right? So A into A transpose is not equal to I. Then this should be our right answer. A is an orthogonal matrix. What is orthogonal matrix? For which A into A transpose is equal to I. Right? For invertible matrix, A into A transpose is equal to A transpose into A is equal to I. Okay. A into A transpose is equal to A transpose into A should be equal to I. That is invertible matrix, right? So it is not invertible. As it's not invertible, and if we check for orthogonal, A into A transpose, as we know, it is not equal to I. So A into A transpose is not equal to I. Therefore, we can say that it is not a orthogonal matrix. It is not orthogonal matrix. For orthogonal matrix, condition should be A into A transpose should be equal to I. As it is not equal to I, right? As it is not equal to I, it is not an orthogonal matrix. But here what they have given, it is an orthogonal matrix. So this one is false. Right? This is false. Okay? So this is our right option. Okay? So now what you need to do is pause the video, have a look at this and make the notes down. Okay friends, hope you have understood that previous problem. So let's proceed with the next problem, and this is going to be the last problem of this session. Right? So let A and B are two matrices. What they have given here? A and B are two matrices such that they commute for any positive integer n. So they commute for any positive integer in the sense that whatever commutation law, whatever is possible, that is possible for up to positive integer n. That is possible up to positive integer n. And they have given two conditions: a into b to the power n is equal to b to the power n into a, and a into b whole power n is equal to a power n into b power n. Then the options are only first one is correct, both 1 and 2 are correct, both only second one is correct, none of 1 and 2 are correct. So out of this, which is correct, that should be identified. Okay, so let's start with this. Okay, now what is this? A into b to the power n can be written as a into b into b into b into b, so on up to b. Right? So what is this so on up to b? It is up to the power n. B is up to the power n, so it is so on up to b. Right? So now this can be written as a into b. Right? So I can write this a into b as b into a, and this b as this, so on up to this one. This is as it is. Okay. Similarly, this a can be shifted. I can write this as b into a into b, so on up to b. Now similarly, I can go on shifting a from one to another. So this will result b into b into so on up to b into a, so on up to b into a. Right? So on up to b into a. How many b are there here? N b's are there. B is multiplied n times. Right? So that is b to the power n into a. So a into b to the power n can be written as b to the power n into a. So first one is proved. First one is right. Okay. Coming to second one. Okay. Same thing is there. In the similar basis, I can prove second one also. What is second one here? A into b whole power n. I can write it as a into b, a into b, a into b, so on up to a into b. Here a into b is multiplied n times. If this is square, a into b is multiplied 2 times. If this is cube, a into b is multiplied 3 times. If this is n, a into b should be multiplied n times. So this I can write a into so on up to a n times into b into b, so on up to b n times, so on up to a n times, so on up to b n times. Okay. So now So this is up to n times a to the power n. This becomes what? A to the power n. B multiplied n times, it becomes b to the power n. What was this initially? A into b whole power n. Right? So a into b whole power n is nothing but a power n into b power n. So this is also true. This is also proved. So which one is the right one? Option B. Both 1 and 2 are correct. So this is how you have to do it. Right? So these are some different problems we have taken. Right? So I hope you have understood very clearly, as I have gone very slow and deliberately. So there should not be any doubt in this part. So now what you need to do is try more and more problems. Right? So wherever you get doubt, so you can comment me in the comment box. I will get back to you. Okay? So for this, we'll end up the video here. We'll stop the session here, and with some more problems will come and meet in the next session. Okay? Till then, keep trying. Take care. Goodbye.